Thank you and welcome to the show for today. You are watching Perspectives and I am host Alana McLaughlin. This morning on the show I have three members of Struggle to Strive Entertainment here discussing their backgrounds, their educations, their artistry, and ultimately the impact that this collective seeks to leave on Nashville. I have my three guests here. They're going to talk individually kind of about their backgrounds, how they came to be, and ultimately we're going to end this episode discussing just the impact that these three individuals want to have on our city and ways that we can support them in their endeavors. Thank y'all for just sharing some time with me this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I'm going to start ladies first, always. I want you to introduce yourself. Tell me your name, tell me your artist name, and we'll go down the line just like that.
All right, so I'm Licia Henry, and my artist name is Cashville, Licia. 35-year-old mother of six. I'm just trying to make it out with this music. Whether I get signed to a label or not, I just want to make residual income off my music.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm Jaquez Lewis, a.k.a. Lil Cuddy. Yeah.
Where are you from, Lil Cuddy?
I'm from East Side, East Nashville. Licia.
Yeah.
That's where I'm from. Sam Leaving Projects, you know. But we just doing music. I've been doing music 20 years. We just trying to keep it going. We've been doing a lot for our community lately. And we just trying to keep that rolling, keep the ball rolling.
And we're going to discuss just how y'all have been kind of like boots on the ground.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
My name is Matthew Turntine. I go by Turntine to Don. I'm up there in age. I don't want to really just out there. But I'm
You're
up
21. You look 21.
there. Thank you. I'm up there, but like just trying to build, grow, help the city come back together as one, because we kind of lost it. We're trying to bring it back together.
And tell me where you're from. What area?
Oh, out east.
Yeah?
Out east.
All y'all out east babies?
Yes.
Out east, baby. Out east, baby.
Litchi babies?
Well, he lives out Steinbeck. I was a street over, so.
And I'm just everywhere.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
that Meridian Litchi.
That whole block right there, that's out east.
My granny's house was on Cleveland Street, right there in front of Glenn.
Out east?
Yeah.
Out east.
So I'm familiar with that area for sure. And with that being said, I want to talk about just early life for all of us. Felicia, we're going to start right back with you again. But tell me what your environment looked like, how it shaped you, and kind of tell me what baby Licia was into, whether it be sports or dolls. Just set up that early life for me.
Well, the early life for me, honestly, my dad raised me. So, you know, my mom was out doing her thing. So my dad had custody of me and my sisters. My brother always done music. So I always kind of looked up to him and kind of like, you know, let him flow. But I never knew that I was going to be an artist. Like, it's just something that just came about one day about 15 years ago. He was like, I need you to get on something. And I was like, what? You
And
know?
what were you doing at that point in life?
I was just working and just taking care of I think I had 2 kids at the time and just taking care of them. And so I'm like, what? This is new to me. So I was kind of scared at first. I did it for like a year. I just had to slack back. I started taking care of the babies. And then I guess like 5 years ago, jumped back in the game. And I was like, I really have something.
We're going to pick back on all that. I'm like, ooh, don't tell too much. And we're going to keep going down. Tell me that same kind of those baby years.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm like I said, I'm from Sam Leaving Projects. And, you know, earlier, I've been rapping since I was 12. So I was doing music early on. And
tell me, I hate to interrupt you, but tell me what that early life looked like. Before you were getting the words and the experiences to rap about, tell me what that environment looked like. Did you have siblings? Were your parents around?
Yeah. I'm the youngest of 3 brothers. You know, I'm raised by a single mother. And for years, my mother, she kind of put a instilling in me to have a business and try to better myself and keep that going. So school was very important, you know, all of that, but music is my life. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah,
Where'd you go to elementary school? I just want to ask.
Bellshire.
Ooh.
Yep.
Licia, what about you?
Alex Green.
Hey, me too.
Yeah. I was a Bellshire too, though.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was Alex Green, Nathan.
Yeah, I was.
Yes, look
she
at
was all
Aaron. Turns in that same, those early childhood experiences, set up those baby years for me, that environment and everything.
Well, out east, baby, went to Schwab, Highland Heights, Maplewood, graduated, went did like 4 years in the Navy.
Now, brother, you're going too fast for me. You didn't graduate and gone to the Navy. I want to hear childhood. Tell me what those early years.
Well, you know, the early years, you know, I started out rapping when I was like 15, 16. Then,
Earlier than that, I want to hear childhood.
Yeah.
You tell me when you were, what they say, a jit.
Yeah.
Tell me what that environment looked like, and that's how we'll end this first segment. Just tell me
well,
about those baby years.
growing up on Steinbeck and everything, you know, as a jit, you know, just being a kid, just doing normal things the kids do and everything. And like growing up, going to school, started getting my craft as far as like learning how to write poems and then turn that into actually writing raps and then busting out freestyles at the lunchroom table and stuff. And people telling me then like, hey, Now, this is a little history setback.
Okay.
People telling me then, hey man, yeah, you heard of YAD?
Yeah. And that was me.
That was them. They were like, man, you need to get with them. And I'm like, oh wait, where they from? Oh, they from Licia. Bro, that's the street. That's right down the street. So it's like, I started paying attention to them. Mind you, I'm older than him. But I'm looking back at them. I'm looking back at him and everything like, oh yeah, I can really do this. If they doing it, I can really do it.
And y'all, we're gonna pick back up in the second segment. We're gonna talk middle through high school years. We're gonna talk about how y'all came to be, y'all's individual experiences, and ultimately how it came to be STS together. And I encourage viewers to tune into the second segment of Perspectives, where we will return to discuss Struggle to Strive Entertainment, these three artists' backgrounds, educations, and the impact that they seek to leave on Tennessee.
Yay.
To the second segment of the show for today. For viewers just tuning in, I am host Alana McLaughlin, and you are watching Perspectives. This morning on the show, I have three members of Struggle to Strive Entertainment. I have them here discussing their backgrounds, their educations, and the impact that they seek to leave both individually and as a collective on Nashville music and Nashville communities. In my first segment, my three guests kind of set up their early lives. They set up some of the areas and some of the schools that they dwelled in. And we're coming right back in on this second segment, just talking about early music inspirations. We're going to talk about early performances, early kind of artists that we saw performing in that time period that kind of shaped what music looks like now for Nashvillians, and ultimately the impact that these three individuals seek to leave on Nashville. We just left off talking about Young and Dangerous. And I'm only 22, so I'm not too familiar with Young and Dangerous, but I'd like anybody to just come through and tell me a little bit about this collective and its impact on Nashville.
Well, like I said, I mean, as a young, I started rapping about 12. And a couple guys from my neighborhood, which is her brother, which is Tori, and my other brother, Trey, and Antonio, we all started a group, which was called YAD. When we was young, we had a lot of songs. The Cashville Be Ballin' song. Like, you know, we dropped Cashville Be Ballin' in 2004. I was 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So, I mean, we started doing music around our neighborhood, and it grew across the city.
Wow.
Yeah. So we was doing a lot of shows young.
And can you remember some of those venues, if any?
Oh yeah, the Castle.
Okay.
The Palladium, Out of Bounds, Boots Reverb, Limelight.
That Boots Reverb is where we actually like met up and like started like, oh yeah.
And now you tell me about that experience. Where is Boots Reverb at?
Third Avenue. It used to be on Third Avenue.
It used to be on Third Avenue.
Yeah.
Before the Nashville remodel.
Yeah.
But now like back then it was like they was doing the YD thing. They were blowing up. They was really running the city. And then I was getting my little team up and off the ground, and we had a little buzz going in the neighborhoods and stuff. And they manager Marco. He linked up with me and he was like, I got a deal for you know, open up for them, and we got Squad Up coming. They open up for them. Like if you don't know what Squad Up is, that was Lil Wayne's group. Lil Wayne's group. And they was booked. They was opening up for Lil Wayne and them at Boost Reverb. And how we got our first club appearance, it was like Marco was like, "Come open up for them." I'm like, "All right, cool." So we got there. We just linked up. We started trading. Back then, we was literally trading music. Like, bro, here go our CD. Here go our CD.
Yeah.
We started trading music back then. Then that's how we got close and linked up. It just started like the relationship really just started from there. The friendship.
And Licia, you're watching your brother do all this. And tell me just the impact of being able to watch him in the scene.
Yeah, I was on the scene. I used to always call my homegirls and be like, hey, my brother and them got a show. They was like, okay, we down, because they know we was turned. So we definitely were everywhere he was at, we was at. Even when Sunny Wild was alive and we was traveling with him and just doing all type of stuff. So yes, it definitely was a vibe.
And continue.
Yeah, but I mean, now that I'm an artist, it's just like, you know, it's double the fun.
Yeah.
And with that, I know you mentioned about 15 years ago, you were convinced to get on a track.
Yep.
And tell me about that experience.
It was scary. I was nervous. I go back and listen to some of that stuff now and be like, what was like, it sounded all right, but it was like me now, it's like 10 times harder. Like, you know.
And who were your inspirations back then?
Just my brother. Honestly,
Yeah.
I only did it for him.
Yeah.
He was like, I need a female. And I was like, bro, I don't rap. He was like, well, you gonna start today.
And he really kind of opened
And
the
he
box.
molded me to be where I am today.
And Cuddy, that kind of that same after YED. Tell me when you at this point y'all are beginning to take the music seriously.
Yeah.
Tell me what came after that. Tell me high school, what you were doing, and how that led into adulthood.
Well, yeah, even through high school, I was still doing shows. Like I used to be I'm coming to school with X's on my hand because I'm too young. Yeah, that type of vibe. You know, that's how long I've been doing shows. Yeah, so I mean, we put a lot into our music and we really take it serious because we've been doing it so long.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how it go. I mean, we transitioned a lot. Like we was YED, Young and Dangerous, so we wanted to switch our name and make it something different.
Okay.
Like that's what we came with, Struggle to Strive, to make it more, you know, more.
And it grew more.
Yeah, you know, and it grew more. The label, we growing bigger by the day. Like I said, we probably about 50 members strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Turntine, that same. Take me through high school and how you ended up getting involved with Struggle to Strive.
Well, it's like I was doing music on my own, but we were still, you know, going back and forth, you know, trading off, listening to each other's stuff. But I kind of fell back from it because I had a couple of losses that I took, like, as far as, like, in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I basically, like, gave up rap. I went, joined the Navy. I was in the Navy for, like, 4 years, then turned around, got out of that, came back home, and it was, like, 2010. It was, like, Cashville Young T called me and he was like, bruh, we finna get serious about Struggle to Strive. Like, is you rocking with me or not? And I've been locked in ever since.
And that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, and I want to kind of wrap this second segment. I want to talk about what were we seeing in 2010 in Nashville music? Who were some of the artists that were popping? I mean, because I was 8 at this point.
Right.
So I'm still teeny bopping, like Hannah Montana. Seriously. But I love to hear from people who were in it. Tell me in that 2010 era, who do y'all remember as like the face of that Nashville music?
6th Street Lil Mac.
Nah, she said 2010.
2010. Wow.
Quanty Cash.
Quanty Cash.
Ah,
City Paper.
okay.
Starlito.
Yeah. Buck.
Buck, of course,
Yeah.
of course, Young Buck. You had
Dale? Trap
Trap
Man?
Man.
Yeah, Trap Man.
Yeah.
Young Rail. Who else Cuddy? Who else?
Just to
Who
name
else?
a
Who
few.
else?
Those
Well,
are the
yeah.
main.
I'm about saying those.
Them was really like the main ones.
ones.
Like you had some people from out west too, and out north and out south. Bezel Gang. They were doing their thing. They really like been doing their thing.
I got a bonus question for you too. And this is how we're really in the segment. At the beginning of y'all's careers, and this is back when y'all were like middle and high school, who was dominating the charts then? Would that be the Cool Daddy Fresh kind of era, or is that a little later?
Nah, that's a little bit full.
That's a little
Yeah.
before.
That's a little bit full.
Yeah, they've been.
I'm gonna say
I know.
around that era, it had to be Star.
Yeah.
And Star and Buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's started, just graduated from Hume Fogg, and he's
Yeah. And he from my neighborhood.
Really?
He from Licia, and look, a lot of people don't know. He go by Lido and Star Lido now, but what was it? All Star.
Yeah.
If you didn't have,
So that's how far we go back.
If you didn't have that All Star feature, hey.
We're playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he watches the show. He was one of my first guests on this platform.
yeah,
and I
I
can't
see.
wait for him to just see his flowers
Yeah.
being received just
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Y'all, in our final segment, we're going to talk current career. We're going to talk current STS. What y'all are working on, upcoming events, upcoming shows, the impact that y'all will seek to leave on Nashville and ways that Nashville can support. That sound good?
Yes,
Sound
ma'am.
good.
To our viewers, tune in for the final segment. We'll be returning discussing again Struggle to Strive, the impact that these individuals seek to leave on Nashville and ways that we can support him. Welcome to the final segment of the show for today. For viewers just tuning in, I am host Alana McLaughlin. You are watching Perspectives. This morning on the show, I've had 3 members of STS, Struggle to Strive Entertainment, here discussing their backgrounds, their artistries, and the impact that they seek to leave on Nashville. We've had an amazing episode so far. If you've missed the first 2 segments, I encourage you to watch them in full on YouTube. But we're coming right back in on this final segment, talking about what is Struggle to Strive working on right now. We're talking about just some of the current highlights, some of the accolades, showcases that we can find them at, and ways that we can support them. Y'all, I know coming up soon at the end of August, the 100 Magazine Awards.
Yes.
And I know that you guys will be in attendance. Tell me a little about that. How does it feel to be recognized kind of in your own
good.
city?
Good.
It feels good to
Yeah.
finally.
Blessings answer.
Yeah.
Yes, because like I said, we've been doing this for years. So to finally start getting some recognition, not just for the group, but a couple of us have individual nominations. It feels great.
Yeah.
To stand out.
Female Artist of the Year.
Female Artist of the Year and Hot Indie New Artist of the Year. I got 2 nominations.
And we're
for that.
claiming it already. It's
We're
already
claiming it.
won.
We're claiming it.
And I want to ask y'all, as 3 individuals who have been in the music scene for a while now, tell me what you've seen out of Nashville music and tell me where we're lacking. Tell me just some of the good experiences you've had in terms of maybe like community support, lots of resources here in Nashville, and then tell me just some of the things that the scene could improve on, whether it be, you know, not as much gatekeeping, kind of opening doors to more individuals. I'd like to just hear what y'all have seen over these past few years.
You can start.
I'll be honest, we gotta stick together.
Okay.
Everybody in Nashville has to stick together. Like, I know you said something about the gatekeeping. It's like,
A lot of that.
you have to make your resources available to everybody else. Like, if you got somebody coming into the city to do a feature with you or to do a song with you, go ahead and hit that person up and be like, hey, you want to work with anybody else in the city? I can make a few calls and get them to come out. We need more of that.
Yeah, we literally just
Because
did that.
you have people to do that, and then I'm gonna be all over the place, but long story short,
You're right.
Long story short, everybody needs to stick together, because if you see people working, instead of trying to rewatch the same clip 1,000 times to nitpick every little bad thing you see, just recognize that there's something that's better in the city. Just recognize that and let it go. Just let it grow. Stop trying to always tear it down.
You're right.
Or trying to find ways to tear it down.
You're right. And would y'all agree with that? Would y'all add anything to that?
I agree.
I agree. Like he said, it's a whole lot of gatekeeping being going on. And like us, like a lot of artists, they get in touch with somebody in the Strive when they get ready to come to the city. So I feel like Struggle to Strive opens up a lot of doors for the other artists in the city, but a lot of people look at it as competition instead of us coming together, and that's what the problem is.
And Cuddy, you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that. But I feel like the city doing a lot better. I mean, we connecting with other sides. You know, it used to be a lot of beefing going on in Nashville, but I feel like that's over with. And I feel like it's a lot of connections. We doing a lot of things, like from out south to out north to out, you know. I mean, we
had the artists in the hood. Like,
Like, we really
and doing major features and a lot of stuff that's way different than what it used to be. We should kick the door down. This is what Struggle to Strive trying to do. We're trying to kick the door down and pave the way, bro. If we have to do it, then this is what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And you're right, and y'all are doing it.
Yeah.
Like you said, I was talking to somebody earlier, and I said sometimes the journey's slow. Sometimes you might have a slow month, you might have a slow year, you might have a slow decade.
Yeah.
I was like, but so long as you give that to God, you pray for what you want, and you work towards what you want, it's inevitable. It truly is.
Yeah.
I want to highlight some of the members of STS. I know that there's around 50, so I don't expect y'all to name everyone, but if you could throw out some names and just kind of highlight the guys who aren't here.
Man, shout out big CEO, Cashville Young T.
And
He's the creator.
The creator. That's
the
one of
founder.
the person, just like
founder.
if you realize we all mention his
We're
name
here to
in our
represent
story.
him as well. He couldn't be here because of work purposes, but we definitely gonna mention
And he's
him.
the one who brings all this together. You know, so.
Look, truth be told, he's the reason why a lot of stuff goes on in the city. But he don't like being recognized. I'm giving him his flowers. I always
You gotta
do.
give him his flowers,
I always do. Everybody knows, like she said, when people come to the city, it's usually a call to T-Phone first, and he's like, bro, where can we do something at?
Yeah.
Bro, who you got in the city that can really link up with us and mess with us on this type of stuff? Man?
On the Gucci Man situation and a couple other situations, bro. They called him. Cashville Young T.
And now throw out anybody else, any other members that couldn't be here today. I just kind of show some love.
Black Ghost, our
Yeah,
manager.
manager Black Ghost. He's our manager, road manager, all that wrapped in one.
Mac Brandon.
Mac Brand, he's
Another
also
manager.
manager.
Another part of it.
Everything.
Shout out to all the artists, Lil
all the
Chicken,
artists.
Rich Ratchet.
Chicken to Go,
Rich Ratchet. Yeah, Rich Ratchet.
AP.
Pretty AP with the hands.
Charity.
Rockstar
Blade.
Oh yeah. This Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Rockstar Blade, Tanner 913, video shoot. 612 West Trinity Lane, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
We bring anytime we bring a star, we bring them to the hood.
Now that's not Lava Land. What's 612?
That's Marco. That's actually Marco's shop.
Yeah.
The t-shirt shop. It's in that
t-shirt shop.
plaza.
That's Marco's shop. That's Marco's
Same
shop.
place we shot the Gucci Man video.
Oh, and tell me about the Gucci Man experience.
It was an experience.
Man, look.
That was one we did have to kind of gatekeep because we couldn't tell anybody. So after we actually got to where we're going Sunday and everybody started seeing they were going live, that's how everybody just started pulling up. Yeah, so we couldn't tell anybody beforehand that he was coming. And yeah.
It was a real deal, like surreal moment. Like when they hit up T, of course, like I said, when they hit up T, they hit him up because they seen us shoot a video like 2 weeks prior to that, and they hit up T with like a screenshot and was like, "Where'd y'all do this at?" And he was like, "Man, that's over Auntie's house on North Second."
Gucci Mane shot a video inside of my auntie's house.
Of North Second.
Yeah.
So they were like, we need that. They're like, we need that look. We need that house. We need that everything.
Yes.
So
So the
we
rough
thinking
elbows, that was,
And that was TT?
That was TT.
I'm telling you, it was a surreal moment because we thought they were playing. We thought it was some.
A prank or something?
We thought it was something going
And
on
seen
in
all
the
these
game.
black trucks pulling up.
It's just to tell you, you never know who's
You
watching.
never know who's watching.
Right, you never know who's
You
watching.
never know who's watching, so that's
That's why we try to represent ourselves.
Look, if you out east on North Second and you see 4 or 5 black SUVs pulling up, you're not thinking a star getting ready to jump out. You're thinking something else getting ready to
Somebody finna get ready to jump out.
Somebody getting ready to jump out, and I'm not expecting a star. But when he popped out, I was like, oh yeah, this real team. Assemble, like I want him I want him like a superhero, like STS assemble. Like let's go.
Get here.
But tell me just how that encouraged you guys. Seriously,
It
the
encouraged
impact
us a
that they
lot.
had.
It encouraged us a lot. We was able to get some of our kids in the video. I mean, it was a big thing, and it felt good. It felt good to be a group in the city that's able to bring an artist here, and nothing bad happens, and just make a great platform.
And I like that you highlighted that because a lot of times our music, rap music and trap music, it has that negative connotation.
Yeah.
But honestly, we have a lot of artists in the city who are working to push away from that.
That's what we're trying to do.
And with that being said, we're going to go down the line. Licia, I'm going to start with you. Give just a piece of encouragement to a young artist, a young female artist coming up, and after that, plug your social media in.
All right. So my encouragement to any of the young female artists is to keep going, keep grinding, represent yourself whenever you step foot outside that door. As a woman, as a lady, don't let nobody play with you, and do your big one. Every time, do your big one. When you get on that stage and that mic in your hand, do your big one. Social media platforms, you can follow me, STS Cashville Licia on Instagram, and just Cashville Licia on Facebook and everything else.
And fellas, the same thing.
Well, I'm just gonna say, especially to the young artists, like I said, I've been doing it since I was 12. So, write. The importance of writing and professionalism. You know?
Tweak your craft.
Yes,
and plug in
exactly.
that social media.
Every day you getting better. So, and my social media is on Instagram, NFL Cuddy, and I'm Cuddy Lewis on Facebook.
And that same thing, Turntine. Keep grinding.
Keep grinding. They gonna get mad 'cause I'm gonna plug the same thing I tell them every day. Everybody's got the same 24 hours. What you do with it is between you and God.
Amen. Plug your social media in.
Turntine to Don on Instagram, but it's sts.turntinetodon.strive family. It's long, but just look up STS. You'll find any of the members.
Yeah, you'll find any of us.
Any of us on there. Facebook. My government name, Matthew Turntine.
And that's perfect. And thank y'all for just sharing these stories with me. And to our viewers, thank you for the opportunity to share one more perspective that matters to Nashville. Good morning.